Welcome back to Project 94 for another Diecast review on the channel. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Kevin Harvick's 2018 Hunt Brothers Pizza Darlington Throwback for the Xfinity Series. Stewart Haas Racing entry number 98, which is a really interesting car. And you guys probably understand that we're going to start reviewing some more Xfinity cars. And I have quite a few of them that I want to review, this being one of them. This car was actually an exclusive. You can only get it in the NASCAR Authentics line. I don't remember the wave, but this was only made in the NASCAR Authentics. So if you want this car, only time will tell how much more rare it will get, or if it's easy to get. But this right here, nonetheless, is a throwback to Kevin Harvick's 1998 Winston West Series Championship, which is now known today as the NASCAR K&N Pro Series West. So this car originally was dark blue and light blue. They actually had to change the scheme to match the colors of the sponsor. The original car was not green and red, of course. But yeah, it's really cool to have a Winston West throwback, and it's 1998, so. And we've actually gotten that diecast. I'd like to say we've gotten, it was number 75, that car was. And that car, I remember being made for Lionel Racing's NASCAR Classics line. So if you find that and then you find this, these should go together pretty well. So without further ado, let's get this diecast out of the box here. And this box, I have to put it in here because I wanted the car to be in something for this diecast review. And here it is. Just a cool looking car. Yeah, it is an altered throwback, just like the Denny Hamlin 2018 throwback. That car was quite a bit changed from the original. But of course, it's nice to have the car made because this was canceled. This was about to not be made. Like, that's quite an interesting fact about this car. It's an exclusive. You can only get it in the NASCAR Authentics. And it's a Kevin Harvick Xfinity Series, Busch Series. It's the same thing. But it's still a really cool car, and the fact that it's a throwback just kind of adds value to it altogether. So you got number 98 right there, Stewart Haas Racing, and it looks like it says something else under the Stewart Haas logo, but I am not able to read that for you guys, unfortunately. But you got Ford Mustang right there, the Ford Mustang, really skinny headlights, skinny grille, just kind of looks funky on the Xfinity Series car. They should be a little bit bigger than that, but no big deal. You got Hunt Brothers right there, the hood opening above the Hunt Brothers Pizza. You got Sunoco, Moog, Mao, and let's see what's under that. Competition. Man, I really cannot read that one. I'd like to say that says Competition Cams. You got Edelbrock right there. You got Goodyear in blue. The white Goodyears for it being a throwback. You have the NASCAR International logo, the throwback style NASCAR race car logo. You got NASCAR Xfinity, Mechanics Wear, Mobile One, Duralast, Holly MSD, Simpson right there. You got Kevin Harvick and his social media sites. You have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat on there. So wow, Kevin Harvick has all that. You got Ford, Mobile One, Haas, Jimmy John's, number 98. Fields, Denbest Water Solutions right there. In real life, that logo, I have a picture of the car next to me, so I can give you guys a more accurate review, is actually white on the render photos, and it looks like to be that way on the real car. So yeah, I guess that's a bit of an inaccuracy right there. That must have been changed a little bit later on. This must have been an early version of the diecast or something. You have Biaggi.org is what that says, it looks like. Oh, Biaggi Bros, that's what that says. You have Exalta and what looks like a Rush Truck Center's logo, except really small. It could be something else, but it's really, really small and hard to read. You got Hunt Brothers, you got Haas and Mobile One. You got two Hunt Brothers logos with the GT in the middle. You have a Kevin Harvick little store logo. I'd like to say that one is. You can see Kevin Harvick, the little flame head thing there. That's his little thing. The rear view camera, number 98. And of course, the 2018 Michigan license plate right there for Ford. You got Hunt Brothers on the deck lid, and then you have three more Hunt Brothers logos on the top. So this is definitely a fully funded car. Look at all that. You got Hunt Brothers on the hood, Hunt Brothers on the right side, two Hunt Brothers on the back, a Hunt Brothers on the deck lid, three Hunt Brothers on the top. And on the left side, a Hunt Brothers logo by the American Ethanol. So, yeah, quite a bit of Hunt Brothers on this car. So, yeah, they did have to change the scheme. The number is pretty bland, and of course that is because this is how the font actually looked. It was just one solid color, except now it's red with the kind of round retro looking font, which back then looked really good on that car, and now it looks really good on this car, except it looks a lot more bold on the top than it does on the side. That's probably just me, but it's just a red number right there. Seems like a normal type of red. A little bit of an orange tinting to it as far as the decals go on here. Now, if you look at the rest of this car, you're going to have a white splitter right there. You got the green splitter underneath, or the overwrapping of the splitter. Got some gradients going on because of the Mustang details to the front end, so that's obviously going to be a factor in why you see some shadows and gradients out front. Got the green stripe, the thickest stripe, and then of course it's spaced out pretty evenly, pretty thin, with a red stripe. And that red stripe is going to wrap underneath the 98. It actually takes the bottom of the 98, which is really cool. It makes the 98 look like it's a part of the stripe, which is really nice looking. That's a cool little design technique. The stripe's going to go underneath the 98, and of course by the little rear contingencies right there, it's going to spike up across the rear quarter windows and up to the back windows. And the green is going to do the same, except that's going to be the color that the majority of the scheme is. It's more green than red. Red is just the accent color. So the green is going to follow suit, be evenly spaced between the red, and the green is going to wrap from the side skirts and a little bit over the side skirts all the way to the back and onto the deck lid with a black spoiler. You got the black exhaust port. That's really cool. That's a detail that is not commonly done, so that's really cool to see that on this car. And of course the front's just gonna have the white splitter, and that, my friends, is gonna be Kevin Harvick's Throwback. A pretty simple car, not much to it. It's an exclusive to the NASCAR Authentics, so you Kevin Harvick fans that are trying to collect these cars because it's gonna be his final year, I definitely look for this one. And of course, look at the back of the Mustang. You're gonna have the details of the where the license plate goes, the shape of the bumper, as you can tell. That's what all those black stripes are, for those of you guys who do not know. Of course, those are the stripes that go above the exhaust. You got the stripes, the striping of the outline of how the bumper should actually look on the Mustang. Really cool car. The green and red make a good color combination. Of course, those are the Italian colors for Hunt Brothers Pizza. They are a little pizza shop, and of course, you're going to have those type of colors. Now, the original car was actually different colors than this and a different sponsor. If I pull up a picture here of what the original render photo had it as, you can even see that car actually had the correct. And if you go on the NASCAR website, you're going to see an advertisement for a car of Kevin Harvick's going to have number 75, and it's the correct color with the correct sponsor. But when they showed up to the track, they came with this. And the reason why is because they couldn't get the original sponsor to sign on, which looks to be called Spears. And it's right on the door, right on the where the Hunt Brothers Pizza logo is at. If you look at the render photo, which I cannot put on screen right now, but that car was completely different color-wise. It was number 75. That was blue. It was like a light blue for that. Red. Wherever it's all blue, it's going to be... Wherever it's red on this car was blue on that car. And whatever is green on this car was a really, really dark blue on that one. So yeah, they decided to show us what the car would have accurately looked like on the website. And then when they came to the track, they had to change the colors to match the sponsor. Now, this is one of those cars... Yeah, it is a Cup driver in Xfinity, so it was going to find a way to get made. Even though we didn't get Kevin Harvick's 5 cars from the Xfinity series, and I'm pretty sure he had other numbers too. It was like 99, the 5, and of course there was other Stewart Haas racing drivers like Cole Custer who had numbers. They had like the 17, I'd like to think one of them was. It was a couple different ones. Then you have the SS Greenlight car, which was for the Haas drivers, and even Joe Graff Jr. and other drivers to drive that one. But this car here, it's a pretty interesting pickup. I'll give you guys a 360 view of it. So here's the front of the car, here's the hood, here's the right side, here's the back, here's the deck lid, here's the roof, here's the left side, and the chassis. And that, my friends, is going to do it for the Kevin Harvick 2018 Darlington Throwback for the Xfinity series. He had a cool Cup Throwback in 2018. It was a really nice car. I don't have that one. But I was able to get his Xfinity car. I remember getting this one. I was like, wow, that got made? I'll pick it up because, you know, as a diecast collector, there's a lot of interesting schemes to collect. Throwbacks, patriotics, the secondaries, Xfinity cars like this one. It's just really cool. And for the stop motion series, you can use this car as Riley Herbst. Maybe you can use this one. Because actually, yeah, the scheme is not accurate in terms of color, in terms of the throwback, but the scheme itself looks good enough for me to want to use it for an Xfinity series. I mean, look at that. That's a good looking car. It really is. So, yeah, I really like this one. And of course, it doesn't have the rookie stripes, meaning you can really put anyone you want in this car, number 98, which I like. This is just a cool car. I love the scheme in terms of just the way it came out. Of course, it's not an accurate throwback, but just in terms of me looking at a diecast, it just captures my interest of just being just a paint scheme fan, a diecast fan, as well as, you know, a fan of just getting the Xfinity cars released. That's why you see a couple of the retro Xfinity cars being revealed. It's crazy to think that 2018 is now a couple years ago and probably retro, which is just crazy to think how fast time goes by. But this, of course, was in the infamous race where he and Ross Chastain tangled in the Xfinity series, and check it out. Ross Chastain actually did become a great driver, and now Harvick will be retiring. So, thank you all for checking out this diecast review. I guess for Kevin Harvick videos, I could start putting the hashtag forever. I kind of think that's what it's called, the hashtag forever little program. Hashtag. I could probably start doing that for you Kevin Harvick fans. So, thank you all for checking this one out. Comment, like, and subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next diecast review. And always remember to make sure you know what you're doing when you're putting decals on your diecasts.